How's it going? Tafito here, and I'm here to give you my official rebuttal to the guy that did the review on the new Metallica album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. He ranked the songs from number 12 worst all the way up to number 1 best. I think he made some alright choices, but I do have some significant differences of opinion, mostly due to the fact that I'm kind of a old style, old school, thrashy Metallica type fan, so our tastes obviously are different. But, getting right to it, in reverse order, 12 to 1, I had his songs ranked 6, 9, 12, 8, 10, 7, 2, 11, 5, 3, 1, 4. So towards the end, he had mostly kind of the few best tunes, but as we get deeper into the countdown, definitely some significant differences. So getting right into it, at number 12, I've got Am I Savage? I think clearly the weakest song on the double album. Uh, just a really weird tune. The progression in the chorus going upwards with the chromatic scale. Whoever told them that was a good idea or that would sound good, I don't know. They must have been smoking crack or something because I felt like I was in band class all over again. Just a really weak song. Didn't care for it at all. They had it at number 10 on their list, so they were of the different. They were of the same opinion, but didn't quite have it dead last anyway. So at number 11, I have Dream No More. I'm not a big fan of the mid-tempo, heavy guitar, plodding along kind of Metallica. And his voice in this one, I mean, James has some great lyrical stuff, and his voice just sounds dynamite on most of this double album. But Dream No More, it's kind of, I don't know, it's whiny or screamy or something. I just can't get into it. And the real confusing part about that song is I've listened to a lot of different reviews now of this new Metallica album, and there's people that have Dream No More kind of about halfway up. Some people say it's their favorite song on the double CD, and I just don't get it because it's crap basically. Um, this fellow who put him in order had it at number 5, so significant difference of opinion there. At number 10, I've got Murder One, which obviously is the Lemmy tribute. I had it a lot higher when I first listened to the album, but I think I was captivated by the video and the fact that it was a tribute to Lemmy and some really good animation in the video and stuff. That's one you pretty much just have to close your eyes and just listen to the song. It's it's pretty tame. Doesn't really add anything to the album. The more I listen to it, actually, the lesser I like it. So I've got it down at number 10. This other fella had it at 8, so we're not that much different on that one, I guess. At number 9, I've got Confusion, which actually the next 2 or 3 songs are all real close for me. I just put Confusion at number 9 just because it's a little less diverse, and to me some of the beauty in Metallica is in the diversity and where they go with each song. Confusion, it's pretty simple. It's a nice kind of a groove, really good guitar solo on this song too. But that's kind of where I have that. This other fella had it at number 11, so I guess we're pretty close there. Number 8, and I could have swapped places with Confusion on this one. I have Man Unkind at number 8. It's kind of a, similar kind of a feel to it, I guess, but really complex. Like there's a lot of parts to this song. It's kind of moving into a lot of different things. I just found it more interesting than Confusion. The critics would say that it's choppy, that it's disjointed, that it's got too many parts. It just kind of doesn't flow along. And I guess, I understand that side of it too, but I had it at 8. This other guy had it at 9, so we're pretty close there. I've heard of 2 or 3 different reviews where people said that was their least favorite song on the whole double album. So, it seems like it's not in anybody's top half of the tracks on this disc anyway. Number 7, I've got Here Comes Revenge, and actually I think that one's really catchy. It's a neat tune. Kind of an interesting video too, but again, that's one where you kind of just got to close your eyes and listen to the song. Um, I just like, I think it's a good song. From here on up, I mean, it's like, you could put these 7, there's a case for putting them in any order. I mean, from here up, we're dealing with pretty solid tunes throughout. The other fella had it actually at number 7, so some of the songs we juggled were kind of around that one, I guess. So now in kind of into the top half here, I've got Now That We're Dead at number 6. I just really like the tune. I think it's catchy. I think in the video, he's tapping his foot there at the start, and they're kind of getting into it, and I'm tapping my foot, and it's just a neat song. I mean, it's a little un-Metallica, really. I mean, it's kind of poppy, kind of, I don't know. It's almost like a radio tune, but it's just a really catchy song. I just really like it. This is our other real big difference of opinion. This other fella had it dead last at number 12, so I guess just whatever, he thought it was a sellout or he just didn't like it. I think it's neat just because it's different. And I mean, it's not a ballad. It's like a mid-tempo type song, but it's not real fierce, like with the heavy guitar and stuff. It's kind of poppy, and it's just something different. I just like it. Number 5, I have Halo on Fire, and I love this song. Like, it's really, really good, and it's one where every time I listen to it, I like it more and more and more. It's got so many different parts to it, and I mean, it's a hell of a long song. It's like over 8 minutes long, and it never loses you. Like, I mean, it keeps moving, and it's just as interesting in the 7th minute as it was when they kicked it off. I mean, whatever it is, 6 minutes into the song, they're on the bus and stuff, and it breaks into that whole different part, just kind of out of nowhere. It's just a really cool, obviously a melodic type Metallica song, but just a really, really good tune, really interesting, and I think a really good choice for the album. This other fella had it at number 4, it looks like, so we weren't too different there. So moving on from there, we get to my number 4, which is Moth into Flame. And, these top 4 now that I've got, I could put in any order on any day, really. So they're just all kick-ass, just solid Metallica tunes. Obviously, this was one of the tracks that they pre-released, the second one that they pre-released. Just a really good tune, really interesting song. Classic Metallica, good to guitar, great vocals, great guitar solo, nice drums. I mean, just everything about this song is good. This other fella picked it as his best. I mean, he had it at number 1, and I certainly, it's tough to dispute that, right? I mean, these ones, it's just a matter of personal preference, but a really strong song. Atlas Rise, I had at number 3. That was the 3rd one that they pre-released just before they did the full release on their album. The only reason I put this one ahead of Moth into Flame is there's just a couple of really neat parts in this song that kind of come out of nowhere. It just makes it a little more diverse than Moth into Flame. Moth into Flame just kind of keeps plugging along, and Atlas Rise just kind of gives you these couple other just neat little things kind of out of nowhere. So I just found it more interesting, just a more diverse song. But again, a little bit more along the melodic side as well. But just a really good tune, really strong tune. This other guy had it at number 3 as well. So it's just weird. We've got, some songs that we've got exactly in the right place, but other songs we've got up and down kind of surrounding, where we've got equal songs. So clearly Metallica is a matter of preference. At number 2, I've got Hardwired. I loved it. This was the first song they pre-released. First song on the double CD, actually. And they hit you out the gate, they shake you up, they keep punching you for 3 minutes, and they get the hell out. So, I mean, what more can you ask for from Metallica than that? Just a really, really cool song. Obviously doesn't drag on, just over 3 minutes is super short for a Metallica song. But just, people heard this and they said, all right, we're back to Kill 'Em All days, right? Just a really strong tune. This was kind of a minor point of disagreement with the fella that did the other lineup. He had it at number 6. So, I mean, he still got it in the top half, but I mean, to me, it was, should have been a bit higher than that. Again, I had it at number 2. And so that basically leaves my number one pick, and that is Spit Out the Bone. And I've listened to lots of reviews, and people are consistently picking this one number one, number two. Just love this song. It's the very last song on the second album on the double CD. This other fella had it at number two, so I mean, it's just, it comes out and basically assaults you right from the start, and keeps on going, keeps getting into new parts, keeps building some excellent guitar work in this song. I'm going to go way out on a limb, and, anybody who happens to view this, I'm going to get some haters, but I think this is one of the strongest Metallica tracks ever. I'm not going to say, since the Black Album or since the first 3-4 albums, right? I'm going to say ever. I love this song, and wow. I have nothing else to say. So that's it. That's all I have to say. I took my time with it. I listened to these tracks over and over and over and over and over again, and I thought the guy actually did an all right job, but just a few points of disagreement, I guess. So I guess that's about it. So, have a good one. Take care.